All right, so I give you kind of a couple of videos, just different outlooks on the same story, both of which are good. And I include at the bottom of our lecture an even longer video. And then for me, I'm kind of sensitive and I suffer from anxiety, so some things I can't watch, and I did not want to suscept you to it. But if you are comfortable with it, there's a longer, a little bit more graphic video for those of you who have the constitutions for that. I don't, so I didn't obligate you to watch it. Okay. In a little bit, we're going to talk about Bryan Stevenson's. We need to talk about injustice. But before that, again, if you have an urge in watching all of these to say, you know, racism doesn't exist, or I don't know what you're talking about, that doesn't exist for me, it's important to go, you. It doesn't exist for you. And to go, oh, I didn't realize this because I don't see it, because I don't need to see it. Like for me as a white woman, there's some things that I'm like, I did not know that. I didn't ever see that because I didn't need to see it. Does that make sense? Because the world currently, makes it a little bit easier for me. You know, woman or not, still white, still have certain things that, it's a lot easier for me to, I guess, maneuver through life. And so I just need to be mindful of that. And I'm not, you know, I don't feel guilt or shame as much as I want to be able to recognize that. I'm reading a book called Me and White Supremacy. And the idea is that if we didn't have white supremacy, we wouldn't have white privilege, and then we wouldn't have a problem. So if we can't, we need to just be mindful and recognize it. And the book itself is a journey. I'll show you if you're curious. It's so far it's a good book, and it's just being able to look at ourselves and understand things that we might not see before, and to be a better ancestor is my ultimate goal. I'm still very new in all of this, and I want to be able to share with you different ways where we can just be better for each other, right? And so that being the case, I want to give more voice to other people that are able to see and say things that I personally cannot speak to, and one of which is Bryan Stevenson. Later, we are going to watch a movie called Just Mercy, and it's a really, really good book. I'm sorry, it is a book. It's a really good book, and it's a really good movie too. And Bryan Stevenson is the author of the book Just Mercy, and one of the main characters in. He's not the actor, but that's what the character is based off of, Bryan Stevenson. So take a look at. We need to talk about injustice. And then you will have a little bit of a quiz after, and most of it is just to kind of guide you, not to punish you, I promise. So go ahead and watch that, and then I'll come back in just a little bit.